Hey, what's up, guys? This is Chase. I'm here with my friend Trevor.
Hey.
Today is the first ever episode of SportHub, and yeah.
And today's topics is Tua starting over Fitz, Antonio Brown's fit on the Buccaneers, Offensive Rookie of the Year predictions, MVP predictions, and quarterback rankings and power rankings.
So, first things first, we should probably go over Tua starting, since he's playing next week against
the Rams.
The Rams, yeah, pretty bad defense to be playing for your first game. But, yeah. All right, what do you think about Tua?
Dumb move.
Yeah, I agree. There's no possible... I mean, this was inevitable, but there's no possible way that this was the right move at this perfect time.
Fitzpatrick's 3-3.
Yeah.
With the QB pass rating over 90, and they give Tua the job as his first game against the Rams, which is...
Yeah. I mean, he's playing great. He's already had a bye week, and he's missed a game, I think. He has 1,500 yards and 10 touchdowns.
And he feels like the team is his, as he's confident, as he said, once he found out Tua was getting the job.
What I think about that, though, I think that's... Fitzpatrick knew this was inevitable. He knew this was going to happen eventually, just not so soon. So I don't really feel like he thought this was completely his team, but I get what he's saying, kind of.
I feel like he thought it was his team after he went 3-3, and
yeah, he started to get confidence, and he thought that they would realize. But I mean, the guys even like Tua's mobile, but Fitzpatrick, he's 35. And he already has 2 rushing TDs. He's underratedly mobile. He runs under a 5 on the 40-yard dash. I mean, there's nothing wrong with Fitz. He's just efficient. He wins games for a lackluster supporting cast. There's nothing wrong with him.
I feel like this is the plan with the Dolphins all along. Fitz mentors Tua. Tua gets the start in.
Yeah. Just seems a little soon.
Probably something in Fitz's contract, but then again, Fitz agreed to it, but then he feels different after it happens.
Yeah.
Which is understandable.
Another way I feel about this, I think it's kind of egotistical because they took Tua a couple picks before Justin Herbert, and they feel like Tua can just perform as well as Herbert and Burrow. And Tua's coming off an injury, but I don't know. They kind of just want to stay in the rookie race. They want him to produce for them quick because they see that they're winning games.
But that's not a spot to put him in a 3-3 slot against the Rams.
Yeah.
A team like that.
I agree, but against the Rams too, they could have waited a couple weeks, started him against a team like the Giants or someone.
Or even last week against the Jets, and then give him a bye, focus on what he did wrong.
Yeah, and there's really just no reasonable way to explain him, but want to move on?
Yeah.
All right. So, next we're going to talk about Antonio Brown and if he was a good fit for Tampa, and if him being in that receiving core, does that make them the best receiving core in the league?
I think if Antonio Brown can fix his attitude and locker room problems that he had on the Steelers, yes. Like they said, Mike Evans didn't get the ball till the fourth quarter last game, and he was fine with it. All he wants to do is win. Chris Godwin, same way. But if Antonio Brown is the opposite, it's going to be a problem in that locker room and really mess things up.
Yeah, I think even with his off the field issues, I think the only teams that he could have been good at is Seattle and the Buccaneers, because those are the only 2 teams that have worked with him off the field ever since he got suspended for his personal reasons off the field. Legal reasons, but
I don't think Ravens would be a bad fit either.
Yeah, but he doesn't have chemistry with the players like he does with the Bucs or the Seahawks. But still, I think the Bucs is probably a better fit since he's played with Tom Brady already.
Key in that locker room is going to be being less selfish and team player, especially with all those guys on that offense.
I think that's going to be the thing that ruins him, because he's going to have to play with 2 arguably top 10 receivers in Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. Mike Evans is definitely top 10. Chris Godwin had a top 10 year last year.
And Gronk being Gronk and Brady being Brady, they still have that connection that they threw for 2 touchdowns the past 2 weeks.
Yeah. It's gonna be tough for Antonio Brown knowing that he's not gonna get as many targets, even on like a team like the Steelers. When he was getting mad about targets originally, that's why he left.
He's definitely going to have to change his attitude and his game.
Yeah. I think I do think, though, that him being on that team, it makes them easily the best wide receiving offense in the league. I don't know about rushing, but it's pretty close. Because they have Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Antonio Brown now. I forget the name of that slot receiver, but he did great last week. He had like 90 yards, a couple touchdowns. And then they have the top 3 tight end of all time, Rob Gronkowski. Like, they're stacked, especially with Brady leading the charge. Experienced veteran. I don't think there's much that could go wrong there except for Brown destroying the locker room.
Which I think he's going to change that up, and
yeah,
Brady's going to put that in him.
Yeah. I do have good hope for Antonio Brown, though. I mean, he's still that personality, but I think he can make it.
Second chances are key.
Yeah.
You got to give him a chance.
This might be like a 6th or 7th. But yeah, so good with that. All right, next we're talking about Offensive Rookie of the Year early predictions. I have 5 candidates for me. I have Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Justin Jefferson, Chase Claypool, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
I would even throw CeeDee Lamb in the mix if he figures out a way to get open with Dalton.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I thought he was deserving to be in there, but I don't think he's going to be the
way he was with Dak.
I don't think he's going to be racking up numbers anymore with Dalton. Even though I think Dalton's an efficient quarterback, he's took
Dak Prescott.
Yeah, he's not Dak Prescott, and he's not his. If he was on his Bengals, if he played like he was on the Bengals, I'd argue that he was even better than Dak Prescott. 4,000-yard seasons three times in a row.
And even if Dalton's not going to play, I don't know how that's going to play out for the rest of the Cowboys season.
Yeah, and he's questionable. He took a big hit. Still waiting for that, so he's still officially the starting quarterback, but I doubt he's going to be playing next week.
Especially with the team who doesn't really have anything going for him right now.
Yeah, they have a D3 quarterback after that. They might be the worst team in the league once that guy gets in. Guy looked like a kicker when he came out, dude. His arms are scrawny. But yeah, so for me, immediately, I'm going to rule out Chase Claypool. He had 2 games that brought up his entire things. He had 18 receptions, 333 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 18.5 yards per catch.
But didn't do anything in an important game like a Titans game.
Yeah.
Still won, but wasn't as effective as he was those 2 games before.
And he didn't have a dominant corner on him when he went off. So I just don't think he could do it against big offenses. He doesn't have the numbers. I mean, he's the worst player on all the candidates, but he's still a great and promising rookie that I think is going to be great, especially with that offense and the Steelers organization. And then, I don't know. I like Clyde Edwards-Helaire right now.
I just don't think he's going
to.
I agree, but I don't think he's going to rank up now that Bell's getting those touches.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. After that, I take out Justin Jefferson. He's the best because there's running backs. But he's, besides Clyde Edwards-Helaire, he's the best non-quarterback rookie. But my problem with him is they don't trust him enough in the red zone yet. He only has 3 touchdowns in 28 receptions and 537 yards with a good average per catch. But I don't know. I just don't think he gets it done in the red zone, so I can't put him higher than that.
It's also hard to compete as a rookie with 2 quarterbacks like that.
Yeah, he has
Burrow
Kirk
and
Cousins.
Herbert.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins as his quarterback too. He's QBR is like 40. He's sort of like 11 interceptions already. Guy's insane. Who's your top 3?
Rookie
Going
of the
down
year?
from 3. Yeah, 3.
I'm going to start with Jefferson at 3 just because I like you just said, Kirk Cousins not having the best year. He still has Adam Thielen as a number 1 receiver.
Yeah.
And it's also hard to compete with 2 quarterbacks like Burrow and Herbert. And I have Burrow at 2 because Burrow definitely leads the Bengals offense. I just don't think in the long stretch he's going to have what it takes to do what he's doing the rest of the season, as he has no help. Yeah. He's in the pocket way more than a normal QB is, and I don't know.
Yeah, especially when his vertical threats trying to go away.
And isn't AJ Green hurt again?
I don't know, but he had a pretty good game last week. He had 87 yards trying to come back. If he plays the way he did, Joe Burrow might get some yards, a couple more touchdowns.
Came down to the last possession of that game. I think that game was very winnable. The cornerback missed the ball right between his hands.
Yeah.
Should have won that game.
I assume your first is Herbert?
Yeah.
I mean, for me, there's no other options besides
Herbert's been repetitive week after week since he's been getting the start. And he got a 10-second warning before he was about to go on there, and he led that offense down on his first rookie drive. He led that offense down the field, scored a rushing touchdown, and kept it going against Mahomes and the Chiefs, which is probably going to be one of the better teams in the league when it comes down to the end of it.
Yeah.
I don't think most rookie QBs would. I don't think Burrow could have done that.
Me neither.
But Herbert's been efficient week after week, and if he keeps it up, I'd get Herbert over Burrow.
Yeah, he just looks like a veteran out there. He has a better arm than Rivers, and he looks like he could just call plays just as good as Rivers. Not just as good because Rivers is a legend. He's been here a lot longer. But Herbert's putting up a fight against teams like the Saints and Chiefs. So for my top three, I have Joe Burrow at 3. Because, I don't know, I feel like last week they had Joe Mixon hurt. Joe Mixon is a top 10 running back in the league. Like, he got hurt. That takes away tons of touches for him. That gives Joe Burrow a lot more attempts, plays to just get that 400 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't know how many he had, but, if Joe Mixon was there, I bet he probably would have only had just barely over 300, because Joe Mixon, the Browns, he could have probably lit up that Browns defense. They weren't doing that good pressuring the quarterback that day. And for second, I have Clyde Edwards-Helaire for the Chiefs. He doesn't get a lot of touches because he plays with Patrick Mahomes. But if he was on a team that prioritized running, that man could be competing with Derrick Henry because he has the most attempts, second most yards, and top 10 in average per runs. And if he got more attempts, I bet his numbers would be even better. Not competing with Derrick Henry, but definitely closer in the race because right now, he's playing like the second best running back in the league. And for number 1, I don't think there's really any other options besides Herbert. And he's an experience. He plays like a veteran, and he has no offensive line and just takes out Super Bowl contending teams daily.
Well, he's had no offensive line the past couple of weeks with injuries. Chargers have been dealing with a bunch of injuries, which is insane. But he sets him up in positions to win, unlike other quarterbacks. Chargers lost the Saints game due to a field goal. I mean, there's nothing you could do there. He drove down the field in the last seconds. Mike Williams got that great catch.
Yeah. And Chiefs, they lost just because they gave up the ball too early. Or, I mean, they lost in overtime, right?
Yeah, we lost to a field goal. But Patrick Mahomes had a 3rd and 20, I think, just on the 52, and they got that 3rd and 20, and that would have been the game if we would have stopped him right there.
Yeah. Good with that?
Yep.
All right. Let's talk about MVP early predictions. I have 7 early candidates. I have the first 3 are kind of obvious, but I have Wilson, Mahomes, and Rodgers. And then I also have Derrick Henry, Ryan Tannehill, Kyler Murray, and DeAndre Hopkins.
I'm going to add an 8th to that. I feel like Tom Brady should be in the discussion as well.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I wrote this down before he even played that game.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's definitely up there as well. I don't think he's in the top 3 just yet.
But I definitely think he's gonna work his way up, especially with AB. If he accepts his role in the Bucs offense, it's gonna be a scary offense.
For sure. For my top 3, I think Derrick Henry is gonna come in 3rd. He's just easily the most dominant running back this year. I mean, he has like 200 more yards than the next one up, which is Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And then Patrick Mahomes, playing like Patrick Mahomes, always. And then Russell Wilson, just because, I mean, he had a bad game against the Cardinals, but he still threw for 400 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And rushed for 100 yards, pretty much.
I wouldn't say a bad game. I just feel like it came down to one mistake. That holding call that DK Metcalf had to come back with that touchdown was costing the game.
Yeah. He's gonna break the season touchdown record if he keeps his pace. He's 22. On pace to beat 50 by Mahomes and Manning. What about you? What's your top 3?
Top three, I'm taking. Top three right now, or top three I think will be at the end of the season?
Right now.
Right now?
Like if they play on this
I'm
pace.
taking Wilson, Henry, and Rodgers.
In that order?
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
I have Wilson at 1 still. Wilson, he's been consistent week after week, even after a loss. He did put up, he did put up MVP numbers, 400 yards, straight game. I don't see why he wouldn't be my number one right now, but Mahomes isn't playing like Mahomes played his first MVP year when he threw 57 touchdowns. He's getting wins, but like a team against the Chargers, who's a struggling team, he still barely got the edge of that game, and it was that one play. I just don't think he has what it takes to be an MVP again.
I agree.
Rodgers had
Mahomes?
Yeah. That's why he's not in my top three.
Yeah.
But Rodgers had a bounce back week last week, which he looked real sharp, throwing 200 yards to Devontae Adams and 2 touchdowns.
Devontae Adams, man, that guy's a stud.
I'd throw him in there if he keeps doing up what he's doing, because that first week he did have, I'm not sure on how many receptions and yards he had, but he did have quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I know he had a touchdown or 2, but Rodgers is just getting it, playing Rodgers ball.
Yeah.
And Derrick Henry's playing Derrick Henry. He's rushing the ball. He leads that. Him and Tannehill lead that whole offense.
Yeah, Tannehill, he's a surprise this year, dude.
Everyone's saying he's a fluke. I don't agree with that.
He's got the 3rd highest QBR, I think, right now. 82.2. That's amazing. Not that many yards, 1,500. And then he's got 15 touchdowns, good amount right there, but only 2 interceptions. And that A.J. Brown, and they got a good tight end with them. They got a good supporting cast. Want to go on the QBs?
Yeah.
All right. Starting quarterbacks ranked.
Start at 32 and go down?
Yeah, all starters. For my... Do you want to see this?
Yeah.
So for my 32nd, I have Drew Lock for the Broncos. You know, he's thrown 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions in a ton of games. And, I don't know, he's just not getting it done. The defense is what's getting it done for Broncos, which they're not even really getting it done that well. They've got 2 wins, 2-4. Yeah, I don't know.
I agree with 32 could be a mixture of QBs.
Yeah.
Like Kyle Allen, Andy Dalton, the way he's been playing the past 2 weeks. Drew Lock's definitely up there. I think Drew Lock will be a good quarterback in the future, but I don't think he's there right now.
Yeah. What about you? What's your 32?
My 32, I'm going to take Kyle Allen at 32.
Kyle Allen?
Yeah.
Oh. Actually, I like Kyle Allen. I think I put him a little low on this list, to be honest. Because Kyle Allen right now, he's done four touchdowns, 1 interception in 1 game. I don't know. It's kind of been big plays for his offense that got him his touchdowns, though, so I don't know if I can rate him any higher than that. For my 31st, though, I have the man, the myth, the legend, Russell Wilson. Just kidding, Sam Darnold. That guy's a bum. A bum. Not actually, because he'd throw way better than me. But, you know, Sam Darnold, he's not there. He's not there for the...
I think if he was with a better coach, he'd be way higher in this list.
Yeah, he'd probably be like around 25-ish. I don't know, there's just...
Adam Gase is not the move. I feel like Gase is just ruining careers.
Yeah. And, oh my gosh, just Darnold, like, he doesn't have any, like, specific traits that set him above the rest. He's average in everything, really. Sam Darnold, let's see. Yeah, Sam Darnold, he's thrown 3 touchdowns, 6 interceptions with a 40 QBR. There's nothing good about his game. Everything's average or below.
I agree with Sam Darnold at that 31st slot.
Yeah. Then for 30.
Number 30, I'm going to rank Tua. We're going to rank Tua.
Yeah.
Tua hasn't played yet. Well, besides the 2 passes he got and the 2 minutes he got to play in the game, but there's nothing you could really do to, like, stat here. Right now I'm ranking Tua at 30 just because I feel like he will be better than the 2 that are 31 and 32.
Yeah.
But right now Tua's 30.
Yeah, I agree. All right, for 29, I'm going to go the ginger slinger, the man himself, the man of the hour, the man who got clocked and lost his helmet and it flew 5,000 feet along with his brain cells, Andy Dalton. Yeah. Andy Dalton's just nothing special, dude. If he played like he did on the Bengals, that's top 20 quarterback. But, I mean, he's got all the weapons he needs, and he's still not getting it done. Didn't even score a touchdown last game. And just mediocre numbers all over the board. I don't know.
You'd think with that offense he'd be able to do something with
Yeah.
it. You got Zeke, you got Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, bunch of weapons.
Yeah.
His O-line's not horrible. I don't.
I'll actually say this, though. His O-line has not been playing good these last 2 games. Against
I
Washington.
feel like that's locker room chemistry.
Yeah, but
Like, they've
the
been having
pressure,
locker room problems.
yeah, the pressure he got in that game, it was the highest out of any team, any game this season, and they just, I have a feeling like Cowboys the players just don't like him. They don't appreciate him. They don't take him as a leader like Dak. I mean, they didn't even stand up for him when he got clocked. If I was the O-lineman, I would have jumped right on that guy. That's my quarterback. Yeah.
Protect right there.
All right, 28.
29. Actually,
Oh.
I'm taking Drew Lock there.
Yeah.
Obviously, his numbers aren't high or low, but I still think he will be better than Dalton.
Got 2 wins this season. 28. You got the man on the Redskins. Never mind. The football team. Creative. Kyle Allen.
That's where I'm taking Andy Dalton, as we just
Yeah.
discussed. I'm taking Kyle Allen 32.
Yeah. So I want to read you guys some of where's Kyle Allen on here? Kyle Allen's numbers. So this guy's thrown for, in 2 games, 548 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. He's got a 70.7 QBR. For 2 games, those are great numbers. Amazing numbers. But I just, there's just something about him, man. The eye test is always something different than the statistics. I mean, if we were just doing statistics, Carson Wentz, I mean, he would be like top 10. But, like, he's not. But Kyle Allen, I think that's a fair place to put him. He's only played 2 games this season.
I feel like he'll get playoff experience. I don't trust the Eagles to take that division. I really have hope in the Washington Redskins.
Yeah.
If they keep playing the Cowboys and Giants, they'll find their way right in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'd even put the Eagles. They beat the Eagles week 1.
Okay. All right. For 27, I'm going to go with Cam Newton. This guy has just been a complete bust. This guy has thrown 2 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. 2000 MVP, my butt.
He played good his first 2 weeks as a starter. He
Yeah.
earned his hype back using the MVP predictions early on, but then after that, he got COVID.
Yeah.
Didn't play against the Chiefs. Their backup almost beat the Chiefs, actually, and then the last 2 games he played,
Brian Hoyer.
Right. Last 2 games he played, yesterday he threw 3 or 4 interceptions. I think it was one of the 2. 3, yeah.
Dude.
3 against the Niners defense, and he even admitted himself that his job is in jeopardy, so that's how you know he's lower in that power ranking slot.
Former MVP. I mean, the guy threw for 100 yards against the Broncos. Come on.
Yeah, no.
Like, you say you're going to be replacing Tom Brady.
That's where you need to have a backup plan, and I don't know what it's got to be him because Belichick's a Hall of Fame coach. He has all the experience in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe Belichick doesn't know how to manage a quarterback like Cam Newton or not, but I just think Cam Newton's better than that.
Yeah. All right, for 26, I'm going to go with Nick Foles. Just because, I don't know, I feel like he's been playing pretty mediocre. He's thrown for 1,000 yards. Nothing special. 1,000 yards, 6 TDs, 6 interceptions. I mean, he's nothing special. His defense, Khalil Mack, I mean, that's what's winning them games right now.
I agree. And the Bears defense didn't play bad last night. They had a fumble for a touchdown. Eddie Jackson scooped it up. Khalil Mack's hit.
Yeah.
Khalil Mack forced a fumble. They didn't get the ball back. But, I mean, Bears defense, they only lost by 14 points. That's 2 touchdowns that Nick Foles has to score there. With those 2, I don't know. I feel like if Nick Foles could have took advantage of the mistakes those Rams defense made, then he could have set them up in a good position to win, like the defense was. But I don't know. I don't think he's that high.
Yeah. Let's run through this. All right. So for my next 3, I mean, there's not much to explain about them. 25, 24, and 23 are Daniel Jones, Kirk Cousins, and Gardner Minshew for me.
And I agree with all 3 of those, as they haven't been putting up any numbers this season.
I mean, Gardner has yards, but too many interceptions.
And missed passes. His completion percentage isn't as good as other quarterbacks. Kirk Cousins, same thing, and Daniel Jones, he's working with a Giants offense, which is just hard to work with without Saquon.
All right, I'm going to go with 5. Go through. Let's go through 6 quick ones right here. We got 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, and 17. I've got Phillip Rivers, Jimmy Garoppolo, Teddy Bridgewater, Jared Goff, Carson Wentz, and Baker Mayfield.
Carson Wentz, I think deserves to be a little bit higher in the worst part of the list. I don't think Carson Wentz is all that. I don't.
Yeah.
And Bridgewater filled in great. Rivers, I expected more, and
yeah, Carson Wentz. I mean, he's got so many super low things, and then you see some of these throws he makes. They bring him up for me with the eye status. I mean, he's thrown for 1,700 yards already, but 10 TDs, 10 interceptions. You can't have that. But all right, gonna fly all the way to 11. And we're just going to go into the top 10 right after this. We're going to go for 16, 15, 14, 13, and 12, and 11. We're going to go, let's see, Joe Burrow, Derek Carr, Ben Roethlisberger, Drew Brees, Matt Ryan. And Justin Herbert for 11.
Justin Herbert. Matt Ryan, he's been playing great. His defense...
Yeah.
Chokes at the end, sells him at the end.
Too many interceptions, though. I'll say that. How many interceptions does he have? Oh wait, never mind. Not too many interceptions. Just he's been playing great, actually.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield's been playing Baker Mayfield ball, obviously.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow, I think, has been playing great as a rookie. That's why he's 15 in that list. But I think there's just too many veterans in front of him for him to be lower.
Mm-hmm.
And Derek Carr. I mean, he has his good weeks, his bad weeks, his okay weeks. It's just whatever Derek Carr's really feeling, I think.
Yeah.
And Drew Brees has not been playing like Drew Brees. I don't know if it's because he doesn't have Michael Thomas or what, but he's just not playing his ball.
So we gotta go. All right. Yeah. Drew Brees, Matt Ryan, Justin Herbert, offensive rookie of the year, we think. All right, for the top 10, we're just gonna fly through this. We kind of want to get to this power rankings, it's getting us eager. But at 10, I have Deshaun Watson. 9, Matthew Stafford. 8, Lamar Jackson. 7, Josh Allen. 6, Kyler Murray. 5, Ryan Tannehill. 4, Tom Brady. And then for the top 3, I have Aaron Rodgers at 3, 2, Patrick Mahomes, and 1, Russell Wilson.
I think Russell Wilson's in that top spot. And we discussed why earlier, and for me, Patrick Mahomes is definitely lower, and I'd put Tom Brady at 2. I think Tom Brady, the way he's playing, has been amazing.
Yeah.
Kyler's playing great for his second year.
Yeah.
I don't think he could. I mean, I think his record should be better than it is now, but he's still playing pretty good ball.
Yeah.
It's a hard division to compete with, too.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're moving on to the big guns right now. We're going to go on to the power rankings. All right, guys, for number 32, the worst team in the league is the Seahawks. I'm disappointed. I'm a Seahawks fan. They lost to the Cardinals. They're last place. Just kidding. It's the Jets.
That's not a shocker. We shouldn't have to explain why either.
We probably could have just skipped that spot and just not said anything for the rest of the time, and you guys would have already knew. Yeah. Next, I got the Jaguars. No support for Gardner Minshew, even though he's not good anyways. But, that ugly haircut, Sunday, the handlebars. These things are
that
ugly.
game on Sunday, he was getting rushed.
Yeah. He doesn't even have an offensive line, but, you guys are missing Bosa, right? Chargers?
No, we had him.
Oh, you guys had him? Well, that kind of explains why he's being rushed then.
Well, we had our Melvin Ingram back too, but...
Yeah. All right, for 30, I'm going to put the Falcons. If they just had their offense, they would have been like a top 15 teams.
I agree. If they only had to play offense, they'd be up there.
All right, and then for the next 3, we're going to go for 29, 28, and 27. I'm going to go Cowboys, Giants, and then Patriots.
Cowboys are playing Cowboys ball. They got Andy Dalton and now a third string possibly as their QB.
This is the new Cowboys. Cowboys. New era. New Troy Oakman.
And they just traded Everson Griffin for a 6th-round pick. Horrible trade.
All right, for 26, 25, and 24, I'm going to go Broncos, Texans, and football team. What a name.
Football team hasn't been playing as bad as we expected them to.
Yeah.
We expect them to be top 2, top 3 pick again. They actually surprised us. As I said, I wouldn't be surprised.
They're moving up. They're moving up on my rankings. All right, for 23, 22, and 21, I put the Vikings, then the Bengals, and the Panthers.
I like the Panthers' chances of making the playoffs.
Yeah.
Bengals, I don't think so. I don't think they'll get it done with the rookie QB, but Panthers,
yeah,
I think we'll get it done. And Vikings are just Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins. I mean, he puts up a lot of touchdowns, lots of yards, but
also a lot of interceptions.
Yeah, like top 3 interceptions, probably like top 5 worst QBRs in the league, maybe even the worst. And then for 20, 19, 18, 17, and 16, I'm going 20 Chargers, 19 Dolphins, 18 Eagles, 17 Lions, and 16 49ers.
I think the Lions could be moved back a little bit as they're still the Lions, but
yeah,
I mean they're 3-3. Matt Stafford's playing great. I think they got lucky with Gurley accident.
Yeah, I'm lucky. I'm happy that he did that. He's in my fantasy. But what a play by Gurley. Who knew scoring a touchdown would be so bad?
If Chargers can finish games, they'd definitely be higher. I feel like the only game we should have lost.
For sure.
I feel like the only game we should have lost this year is the Bucks, but
yeah,
it is what it is. We're 20.
And then for you done or you want to say more?
Yeah, you're good.
And we're gonna go 15 through 11 right now. I'm gonna go Colts, surprisingly good year. Raiders, Saints, Browns, and Bears.
Colts, I don't think have it. They have Rivers, they have Jonathan Taylor, and they have a couple rookie receivers. I'm not sure, and Ty, but Ty hasn't been having the best year either.
Yeah, they've had an easy schedule, and their defense have been playing pretty efficient.
And Raiders have actually been playing pretty good. They lost yesterday to the Bucks, but Bucks is also a tough team.
But they beat the Chiefs though.
Chiefs. That was actually a pretty good game to watch. And Niners, with all the injuries, I don't think they're the same team as they were last year, obviously.
Yeah.
Saints, I don't have faith in them at all. I feel like they're just scrambling for wins.
Mm-hmm. All right, you want to fly us through the 10 to 6?
Yep. We got Rams at 10, Cardinals at 9, Bills, Titans, Ravens, and Seahawks at 5.
Yep.
The Rams, I feel like will slow down during the year like they did last year and miss the playoffs. That division is stacked with the Seahawks.
Yeah.
And
all winning records.
All winning, yep. And the Cardinals, they just came off a great win against the Seahawks. I know you're a Seahawks fan, but that was an amazing game.
Great offense.
Yeah.
I don't think I could rate them above the Seahawks just yet, though, because we were missing pretty much our entire defense. Yeah. Besides Bobby Wagner.
Seahawks didn't have a bad game either. It was just whoever made that mistake first, and you guys ended up making that mistake. Ravens, I don't think they'll do anything in the playoffs. They'll obviously make it, but and then at 4 through 1, we got the Buccaneers, Packers, Steelers, and Chiefs.
Yeah.
I put the Steelers above the Chiefs as they're 6-0.
Yeah.
Chiefs have also been playing Chiefs ball.
Yeah.
And then Buccaneers and Packers are playing like themselves, Rodgers and Brady.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, that's so he picked the Steelers number 1, I picked the Chiefs. And what can you do? They're both great teams, probably top 2 for anyone. Maybe Packers might squeeze in there sometimes, maybe Buccaneers. But yeah, guys, this was SportHub. I'll see you later. This is our name. All right, this is Chase signing off.
Trevor signing off.
All right, see you guys, bro.